Okay, welcome everyone. It's quite amazing that we just finished Bav Basa and start Sanhedrin, and tonight already we're going to be finishing the first parak of Sanhedrin. We are sponsored by the Fisher family, Lili Nishmas, Vasi Bas Rabbi Shlomo ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruven. We learn Lili Nishmas, David ben Chaim, Lefu Shalem for Yomis ben Chayesov, for the schus of Avram Yam Benish ben Malki Yudis and family. We learn also the schus Yod Klugman and family, and Lefu Shalem for Moshe Meir ben Esther Fradel and Meir ben Chayesora. Again, I want to say to my listeners out there in Coalition and to any time that we have a very big sponsoring opportunity. We don't have one single sponsor for Masechta Sanhedrin. 718-916-3100, rmmwsi@aol.com. Mishna Hay tells us, Ein don in loyas hashevet, we don't judge a shevet. If a shevet is, let's say, or majority of the shevet is being judged for idolatry, we don't judge a shevet, v'loyas nevi hasheker, or a false prophet, v'loyas kain gadol, or a kain gadol for a capital crime, el al pi bezdin shel shimon ve'echad. That's considered a national matter, which needs the bezdin in the lishkas hagazis of 71. We don't go out to an optional battle that's to exclude a Milchamas al-Malek, or if we're being attacked, which is a Milchamas mitzvah, but an optional battle, we don't go out, El al pi bezdin shel shimon ve'echad, without the permission of the bezdin of 71. We can't add to the square footage of Yerushalayim or the temple courtyards, El al pi bezdin shel shimon ve'echad, only with the decision of the Bezdin of 71. Ein oisin Sanhedreas l'shvatim, when we make the small circuit courts for the shvatim, the Bezdins of 23, to ensure their integrity, they should be done by the Sanhedrin, El al pi Bezdin shel shimon ve'echad. Ein oisin irani dakas, the terrible psak of deciding that the majority of a city went astray for idolatry, and everyone is that's guilty is beheaded, and all of it, the city is destroyed. That's only done El al pi bezdin shel shivim ve'echad, the bezdin of 71. Ve'ein oisin irani dakas basfar. This is a side that we don't destroy a city if it's on the border, because that would weaken the defenses of Eretz Yisrael. V'loi shalosh, we don't destroy 3 cities at one time, because that would leave a hole in Eretz Yisrael. Aval oisin achas oishtayim, but we would make this psak if it's 1 city or even if it's 2 cities. The final Mishnah in the parak, Sanhedrin Gedayla Isa Shel Shivim Be'echad, the large Supreme Court is 71, Uktana Shel Esem Shleisha, the small circuit Supreme Court which can decide capital crimes is 23. Umanayin L'Gedayla Shi Shel Shivim Be'echad, how do we know that the Sanhedrin Agadol was 71? Shenema, because Hashem told Moshe, Israeli Shivim Ish Mizikna Yisrael, gather 70, so 70 plus Moshe Rabbeinu, or Moshe al Gabeim, Moshe together with them, Ari Shivim ve'echad, that's 71. Rabbi Yehuda Imer Shivim, Rabbi Yehuda says 70, he doesn't count Moshe Rabbeinu. Umanayin l'ktana she shall esem v'shleisha, how do we know that a small circuit court is 23? Shenema, because it says in the pasuk v'shaftu ha'eda, the assemblage convicts, V'tzila Eda, and an assemblage exonerates, saves. We darshan Eda shefetis. You need an Eda, which is 10, to convict. The Eda matzels, and another Eda to exonerate. That's a total of 20. Harikan Esrim. Now, how do we know that Eda is 10? Umanayin la Eda she asara. Shenema ad mosai la Eda harazais. How do we know? Talking about the Meraglim, how long is it going to be this evil group? And we know that we're 12, but Yeshua and Kalev were righteous. Yatsu Yeshua v'Kalev, so therefore it leaves us with 10. So we know that Ada is 10. So we have Ada and Ada, that's 20. How do you know 3 more? Umanayin lahavi oid shloisha. So the Mishnah tells us, Mimashma shenemar loisia achrei rabim l'rois, that when we convict, we can't convict with a simple majority. That implies that we do exonerate with a majority. We go with a majority for good. Imkein lama nema achrei rabbim lahatas. Why is there another pasuk that we follow the rabbim to exonerate? The decision of the majority for good is different than for bad. Hatiyaskel l'tayva for guilt, for innocence, al pi echad. It's enough with a majority of one. Hatiyaskel l'ra, to determine guilt, al pi shnayim. So if you need a majority of 2, so then you have to add to the 22 so that you could have a majority of 2, 12 against 10. But 22 is not good because that would be a deadlocked court. That would be an equal court. The ain bezdin shakel. You can't have an equal court. You need to be odd. You have to have therefore 23. So it's an odd number. The Gemara will ask what happens if the decision is 12 against 11 to convict. That's no good. You don't have a majority of 2. And we'll see that you add 2 more judges and deliberate again. How many people are there in the city who say Sanhedrin that it should be deserving of a small Supreme Court of 23? So the Tanakama says, may have 120 members. Reb Nechemia says the minimum is Mosayim Shloshim, 230, that at least each judge should be at least a Sorei Asara, an officer of 10. That was the smallest officers in the Midbar. Keneged Sorei Asaras, in the Midbar they had officers of 10 and officers of 50, right? They even had officers of 1,000. So if you have 230 people, at least each of the 23 Dayanim would at least be an officer of 10. All right, Baruch Hashem, what a wonderful job of learning tonight. I want to thank everybody for joining us and thank Hashem for giving me the strength to do it. And we'll see everybody in Yetz Hashem tomorrow night back at 8 o'clock.